And that's why intellectual and moral death has been millions times more miserable, more painful than the physical death. Thomas Carlyle defined history. History is the biographies of great people. History is the biography of great people. We come across in the books of history only heroes. The names of the masses are not written. The names of the heroes are mentioned. And who are the heroes? When we jump into their ages, they were given the title of rebels. They were the rebels. They were men of vision. They could see what the others could not see. They knew what was prevailing was defective, was destructive, was vicious, was sinful, was wrong. In the light of their vision, they opposed the prevailing devilish setup, replacing the devilish setup with something new, using their imagination, their vision. They brought the positive change. But the price which this contradiction demands, that is very high. Only the brave give this price. And what the others 99 do? They choose the safe haven of conformism. Yes, keeping in mind their material, keeping in mind material benefits, keeping in mind their comforts, their luxuries, their enjoyment. They are materialistic, they are utilitarian, they are selfish. They run after what is trivial, what is petty, what is mortal, what is temporary, what is transient. They run after something which is so petty, material benefits. That's why they are cowardly people. They are cowardly people. They are ordinary people. They don't belong to the special category. They are not heroes, they are big zeros. And that's why they choose the safe haven of conformism, knowing what they choose is wrong. They know very well what they are choosing is a wrong choice, but they are greedy and selfish. They are not the heroes. And that's why what they choose, which perishes. But the first category, the heroes, the true rebels, they choose what is eternal and everlasting. And that's why their names are written with golden words in the books of history. The problem with conformism is the most important thing in one's life, the most important thing is ego, identity, self-respect, integrity. These are the most important things. Nothing is equal to this. You lose identity, you lose integrity, you lose your ego, you stand nowhere. You come down, you reduce yourself, You come down to the level of animals, beasts, reptiles. What is cherishable is one's identity, ego. And that's why the real heroes, the brave, the best of all humanity are those who embrace martyrdom to protect their ego, their integrity, their identity, their freedom. And the ordinary ones, keeping in mind the temporary benefits, petty benefits, just for the sake of wealth, just for the sake of status, just for the sake of a chair, just for the sake of money, for the sake of jewels. They conform, smashing their identity, becoming nobodies, dropouts. And that's why they are unknown. They have been forgotten by history. But because life is like as I have already mentioned, is like an ever-flowing stream. By nature, man wants newness. Man wants change. Man wants richness. Man wants variety. Variety comes when you contradict with the prevailing one and gives a new one. And you give a new one. And the result? A change. Welcomed by man. But the price is very heavy. Apparently the price is heavy, but the reward is heavier. Reward is heavier. You become known. You become unforgettable. You become true heroes. Saluted by man, belonging to every age. And those who choose the safe haven of conformism, time is very cruel. History is very cruel. It does not give any edge. It does not give any weightage to someone trivial, someone inferior. The cowardly people are forgotten, just removed from the memories of humans. So, coming back to the topic, life without controversy is no life. We can't imagine a life without change, without colors, without shades, without flavors. But those who give colors and shades and flavors, their life becomes a tale of sufferings, a tale of miseries, a tale of suppression, and sometimes death. They embrace death just to give new flavors to their fellows. For hundreds of years, when we go through the books of history, what we find? Feudalism, aristocracy. And then a time came, capitalism. Capitalism emerged, consumerism, mercantilism. And when capitalism reached its peak, we have socialism and communism. Ages ago, what we see? Kingship, monarchy, despotism, totalitarianism, kingship, and then democracy, liberal democracy. To every thesis there is an antithesis. And we have a sort of war between a thesis and an antithesis. The antithesis, what we call controversy. Antithesis means disapproval of the thesis. And what we find? A sort of war, a tussle between the two. And we have the emergence of a synthesis. Something new. Change takes place. Something new comes. And as I mentioned, after some time, the synthesis is converted into a thesis. And to every thesis, there is an antithesis. We can't imagine of life, colorful life, spicy life, enjoyable life, worth living life. We can't imagine of a worth living life without controversy. So those who opposed the prevailing setup and gave a better setup, gave the idea of a better setup, and they tried their best to replace the outdated with the new one, the obsolete with modern. They did their best. And doing this, however high price they had to give, they gave. And that's why I registered their names in the books of history. We salute those heroes. And today's life,